Alrighty, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please hit the like button, subscribe button, comment something down below if you enjoyed the video. And I guess let's get right into it. Today's topic is Raven Moto gloves. Are they worth it? Now, I'm not going to say I'm going to be a little bit biased on this video, but I've had these gloves for almost a year now, I believe. I got them shortly after I got this bike. I'm like, yeah, almost a year ago. And I will say that they, like, in my personal opinion, they're like right now the best gloves I've ever owned. Now I've only owned one other pair of actual motorcycle gloves. If you go back to my videos, maybe well over a year ago, I was wearing like BMX style gloves or like dirt bike riding gloves. So like obviously that's not going to do much protection, and it's not going to have the best benefits for you when you go down. So, and then when I went to the motorcycle shop in Birmingham, they had some gloves and they're just some cheap gloves, and I bought them. I ended up going down in them and they held up pretty well, so can't say that they didn't work. Anyways, moving right along, I got my notes here on my phone. I got my RAM mat put back in. Man, I'm telling you, man, after that last video, I will never ride without my RAM mount and having that Waze app open. But this is a town, I know this town, there's not a lot of troopers riding around here through this town. They're usually on the other side of town, like the one that's connected to this one. But anyways, enough of that mamma jamma. So first things first, I know what everybody wants to know: price point, price point, price point. Are these gloves expensive? Am I going to break the bank for these gloves? And the answer to that, at this point that I'm making this video, I believe it's the 20th of February, I saw the gloves online. They were on sale for $139. Now, originally, the original price point is like $248, I believe. Like, that's a lot of money for some gloves, believe it or not. That's a lot of money. Now, I got these gloves like almost a year ago for about $179, $180, and I believe I got free shipping because I spent over $100. I can't exactly remember how, like, what's their numbers on free shipping, because so many sites do so many different things. I just cannot remember. So I got these gloves for about 180 bucks, and like I said, right now at the point I'm making this video, they are 139. So if you're thinking about getting them, hopefully at the time that you watch this video, that it comes out in like 2 weeks, hopefully that they're still 139 bucks. Because I'm not going to say that they don't deserve to be priced higher. I just believe that, I mean, obviously, yes, there's some more. Like, if you want to be protected, like getting a full suit going to run you about a good smooth $600, $700. Like, you know, you got to pay for that protection. But I'm not saying Raven Moto is not a big brand or anything, but they came out the gate swinging, baby. Like, I remember when they first got on the map of selling gloves and whatnot. I remember these gloves were about, like, right at the price point they're at now, like $240, $230. I was like, good grief. Like, but I have noticed ever since I've seen them, they have always been on sale. So I don't think anybody's ever bought them for 240 bucks. They've always been on sale. So they've always been on sale for about 180. So are you going to go break the bank buying these gloves? No, not right now. If you buy them, unfortunately, I do not have a discount code because I don't want to get a discount code from them. They turned me down, I want to say almost a year ago, right before I bought these gloves, or right after. Tried to email them about getting an affiliate link. They said no, they're looking for something unique with someone who connected with their followers and stuff like that. But if they really look into it, like all these affiliate links and everything like that, it's really just a, I'm not gonna say it's a money grab, but it's about numbers. So if you don't have numbers to back up sales, or sales to back up your numbers, you know, it's gonna be a little problem, it's gonna be a little issue. So I said, you know what, let me just hit the drawing board again. I'll come back when I got some numbers. I got the numbers now. I just don't feel like stacking on too many affiliates at one time. So next things on the list, gonna be comfort. How comfortable are these gloves? And I'll say initially out of the pack, these things are freaking phenomenal. Like, they're comfortable, they're soft, they're not hard and rigid. Now I will say there is a
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Now I will say there is a little now I will say there is a little stiffness to them. That's just because it's leather. Obviously you're gonna have to break it in just a little bit, but not too crazy. And I will say one good thing about having a bike that has heated grips, you gotta turn your heated grips on, put your hand on the handlebar, let it warm up, ride around for 10 minutes maybe on the highest setting, and these things will be broken in. Like they'll form to your hand, they'll do all that. Like it's crazy. But coming out of the package, they come out of the package like this, like already in that position to grab a handlebar, you know. So they come out the package like this. Me personally, I do not use those little tabs right there in the middle, because we have not had like a cold enough winter for me to need to use them. And plus I have pretty big wrists. Like I'm not like a fat person, you know, but I just have muscular forearms, so I need some more room. But these gloves are pretty comfortable. If I had to rate them, they're probably going to give them probably like probably an 8.5 out of 10, because nothing's ever going to be perfect, and I've said that in many videos before. Nothing's going to ever get a 10 out of 10 with me, because I'm always keep it real, keep it a buck. So that being said, moving on to like the design, the length, and the style. So the style is going to be like gauntlet style gloves. They come up higher than your regular normal riding gloves, like the ones that stop at your wrist, for extra protection. The length, so let me just speed up a little bit. So the length, this is my wrist, and it comes past my wrist, maybe I'll say about 2 inches to 2.5 inches. That's a lot of extra room past your wrist that's protected. Now, like I said, more is not always better, but in this case with safety gear, more is better, right? But now you don't want it to be more where it's like baggy and loose like clothing or anything, but more protection is always a little bit better. So let's just go over the design real quick. So the design, I'd say the only thing I really critique about this glove is the stitching around the fingers. Me personally, I grow semi-long fingernails. Now I try to keep them cut every week, and I know that's a little TMI, like nobody wants to really know about that crap, but I just have like long fingernails. Like I keep them cut, but I can feel the stitching on the inside, like right there at the tip. And then also like all this excess material, I don't know, they could have cut that back a little bit, or like made it smaller, or like I really don't know, but it's just a lot of excess material in my opinion. Now granted, it does not hinder you from using these gloves. You probably won't even notice it. I'm just very nitpicky, and I just notice little things like that. So I'm kind of crazy about certain stuff about that. Like it kind of bothers me. Like, oh man, you could have did a better job. But all in all, like, they're still phenomenal gloves. Like, that's not something that's taken away from the glove. Like I said, it might not even bother you. You might not even notice. But it comes with this little extra padding here. I don't know if this is more like a, I know it's textured, so it's for gripping your handlebar, but I'm not sure if it's going to protect you any more when you go down, like this little knob is. But yeah, the design, all in all, I would have to give it, I'm gonna say a good, I would say 8.5 again, because like I said, nothing's perfect, but there could have been some things that could have, like, trimmed this little excess piece down a little bit more. And then also talking about the top of the glove, I like the accents they have in the glove, and they have other gloves that actually have more accents and more color in them. I just like this one because it's not too much, it's not too little. And are we gonna go? What's this light doing? Hello, light. Are we gonna go? They're going. Why can't we go? Come on now. Ah, there we go. Getting back to what I was saying, so they have this little top part on your knuckles. I believe that's there, like the little pocket right there, so you have flexibility when you're pulling that clutch in or making a fist, so it's not like super tight on your knuckles, because I've worn gloves like that before. It's tight on your knuckles, you can't even move your hand, like it's just crazy. Like that's part of the reason why I never bought motorcycle gloves in the first place. But like I said, when I bought those other gloves, I tried them on in the store and they're cool, they're great. But those are more like a summertime glove. So that's really enough with the design. Now I'll put this part, like the extras, as like a lot of the stuff, yes, it can go into the design category, but I'm putting it into the extras. So the extras I was still going to be talking about is like the fingertip touches, like it's on the your index finger and your thumb. Me personally, like, yes, I can use it, it's functional. Like I said, you got a lot of extra material in the front, like, so my thumb doesn't necessarily go to the end of this glove, but also like this finger tap, like yes, of course it works now, but earlier when I was trying to use it, it's very like weird. Like I couldn't touch my screen and like put my passcode in. So another extra would have to be all the carbon bits. Like they could have made that regular plastic, but they put carbon in there. Carbon is a little bit stronger than your normal plastic, and I appreciate that because, as you guys know, I love carbon. I got carbon all over my bike. So why not have it in a glove? Like that's just great thinking on the R&D team's part. Like, man, they got carbon here, they got carbon on the top, they got carbon in, like, I wouldn't say the most vital parts of the glove, but a good bit of the glove has carbon on it. Because, you know, if you go down, you're gonna put your hand down first, and this part right here, like, this is just from my tank, I believe. I keep hitting my tank. That's where all these scratches come from. Yeah, this is gonna hit, and this is gonna hit, and I like this knot. So these two are gonna be extras I would put in that category. So you got those two little knobs there as extras, and I'm gonna also put that middle strap in there as like an extra, because I've seen some gauntlets don't even have that middle strap, and they've claimed that this is an all-season riding glove. And I have worn these during the winter time, but I also have heated grips, so it's like I'm not gonna wear these gloves and not use my heated grips just to see if that's true, like if it really is a wintertime glove, because that's kind of crazy. Next thing would have to be like these little perforated holes all over the glove. Now that makes it a little bit more breathable, and if you got sweaty hands all the time, your hands won't be stinking up the glove. Like me, I don't really have sweaty hands, but I have noticed before, like some gloves, if you don't air them things out or wash them, things get stanky. So they just get a little stinky, you know, but that's a good thing they added that in there. Some gauntlets don't have the perforated holes, and it's not really breathable, so your hands are sweating all the time inside, and then in turn, it's just going to be stinky anyways. So that's a plus on their end. Also, I would say extras would be like this logo on the side. Like, I do like where it's placed, because it's like, just like my YouTube picture, for example, like I'm facing away from the camera, but you can still see the logo. That's what I like, in my opinion. Like something very subtle, but nothing too much, like nothing too crazy. I also like that they did add this little, the gauntlet part is adjustable, so like mine, I don't tighten mine down all the way because that's just too much. I just tighten it down like on the little bit of Velcro that's right there, because it's just perfect. Like I said, I have bigger forearms. I go through times where I don't work out, and I do work out, they just grow, shrink, whatever. So that's a good thing that they're adjustable. Now let's get into like the negatives of this glove. Now like I said, this video is a little biased, but at the same time, I can take a step back and kind of think about it from like a customer standpoint. So like me personally, I don't see this glove having any negatives right now, other than since I do ride in a lot of the sunlight, And I have not washed these gloves yet, but since I've ridden in the sunlight a lot, they're starting to turn like purple. Like, like, you know, if you wear a black shirt in the sun a lot, it's gonna turn purple, it's gonna change colors, get faded. That's like the only thing that's really, I mean, I guess I do have to say that's like a downfall of this glove, is because anything like t-shirt, any type of material, especially if it's black, if it sits in the sun for a very long time, those materials, they're fading and they're getting like degraded in a way. So like, it's going to make those fibers and everything weaker. They're not going to be as strong as it was from the factory. So like, you got to be careful with those things. Like I said, mine are slowly starting to turn, not necessarily get faded, but they're starting to turn that purple color. So like, if I had to guess, I could wear these for maybe like another year or two, like, because I ride a lot in the summertime. So that's just something I'm gonna have to test out here when summertime comes around, and how long these gloves are gonna last in the heat and the sun. Another quote-unquote downfall, like gripe I have, is that just with me having a white tank and my gloves, I'm always so like subconsciously doing it. I'll put my hand down on the tank, or actually like palm down, and I'll go over a bump or something, and then I come back and I got all these scratches in my tank. Yes, it's a very minuscule problem. I always just go home, get a rag and scrub them out, or I let them sit there because I know they're going to be more later on. I don't really know if there's a fix to that or anything, but if there is, that would be great, because it's kind of annoying that I keep putting my hand on the tank and I keep getting scratches on it just from these little two knobs or knobs on my palm. So, but to kind of wrap up the video, all in all, to give this glove a rating from 1 to 10, I would have to honestly and truly say this glove together is a 9 out of 10. And I'm going to say this because, yes, like I always say, like, nothing's ever going to be a 10 out of 10. You can't get it 100% perfect. You're going to have little bits and pieces that some people don't like, some people love, you know. But like I said, like, as of right now, where everybody else stands, or like the company stands, like, it's so far it's what they claim this glove is to be. Like, there's nothing crazy outrageous wrong with it. I haven't had any issues with this glove besides like the marking up in my tank, and my knuckle hit this part right here just from like throwing my glove there carelessly, and I got a little scratch, but I can get that out. So nothing too crazy to worry about. Alright, that's going to be today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you found this video informative. If you're going to buy some Raven Moto gloves because of my video, let me know. I don't have an affiliate link like I've said before, so if you know somebody, I mean, honestly, you can just go to the Raven Moto Instagram and find one of their partners on their feed and use one of their links. You're helping them, you're helping Raven Moto, and you're buying gloves to protect your hands in case you go down. So, with that being said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment, share this video with your friends who are on the fence about buying these Raven Moto gloves, these wonderful, wonderful gloves. And don't forget, wear your gear, ride safe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.